Temporarily from West Palm Beach, Florida, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Saturday, April 9th, 2016. Silver is trading at $15.36 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,239 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $420. Antiwar.com reports, speaking at a press conference on Friday, Secretary of State John Kerry sought to downplay the prospect of more U.S. ground troops heading to Iraq, saying Prime Minister Haider Abadi has not requested any troops, nor was there any discussion of the question of troop levels. Kerry's comments did not make reference to the push from Pentagon leaders for more ground troops in Iraq, with Joint Chiefs of Staff Chair General Joe Dunford repeatedly talking about proposals for significant increases in ground troops in the nation. Kerry, however, insisted troops are only in Iraq at the request of the government of Iraq and insisted that the war against the Islamic State is well in hand, claiming the Islamic State is getting weaker by the day and has not been able to launch an attack in months. The U.S. deal with Iraq capped the number of U.S. ground troops in the nation at 3,870 troops, though the Pentagon has repeatedly conceded that the number of troops in the country at any given time is closer to 5,000, with the rest classified as temporary and not subject to the cap. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports technology and privacy advocates are sounding alarm against draft legislation in the U.S. Senate that aims to force tech companies to help law enforcement agencies break into encrypted devices in cases similar to the FBI's recent fight with Apple. The proposal from Senate Intelligence Committee Chairman Richard Burr of North Carolina and Ranking Member Dianne Feinstein of California was first obtained by The Hill congressional blog on Thursday. It effectively requires tech firms, in accordance with a court's order, to hack into devices involved in criminal investigations when authorities cannot do it. Circulation of the legislation comes just weeks after the U.S. Department of Justice took Apple to court in an effort to force the company to help the FBI break into the smartphone of San Bernardino terror suspect Saeed Farouk. In that case, Apple refused to provide technical assistance even when ordered by a federal court, saying they were unable to do so. The legal fight split the nation into two camps: those who supported the government's efforts to fight terrorism and those who expressed concern over privacy. As it is only in the draft legislation stage, the Senate measure, called the Compliance with Court Orders Act of 2016, still has a ways to go before it can become a law. You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerary supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. You can join the Fans program for as little as $3 per month through Patreon and get perks like ad-free versions of FPP Radio News and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. Reuters reports the U.S. Department of Justice released thousands of subpoenaed documents about the controversial Operation Fast and Furious gun trafficking investigation to a congressional committee on Friday, according to a committee spokeswoman. The operation was a failed effort between 2009 and 2011 to stop gun smuggling across the United States southwestern border by the Departments of Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives and federal prosecutors in Arizona. As part of the operation, the department knowingly allowed people to illegally buy guns in the United States and take them into Mexico, according to court documents. A federal judge ordered the department to release the documents to the U.S. House Oversight and Government Reform Committee. The records released on Friday were about the department's internal deliberations on congressional and media inquiries about the investigation, according to the Department of Justice. Committee Chairman and Utah Representative Jason Chaffetz said in a statement the documents are critical to the committee's efforts to understand and shine light on what was happening inside the DOJ during the time of this irresponsible operation. The committee sued the department for the records in August 2012, but the judge's order in January required the department to release a smaller set of documents than those originally requested by the committee. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.